welcome to day 2 of the Japanese Karate Association's World Karate Championship in the dynamic city of Dubai. This lovely spot, which enjoys the most fantastic weather in the Gulf, is a city of colorful contrast. You know, the gold market has been here for centuries, but the old barrels and stalls have been replaced by modern new air-conditioned shops. Even so, you can still get quite a bargain. And of course, gold is the color of the medals that all the competitors are after here. So let's get to our first karate match. Getting ready to enter the mat now from England. Aidan Trimble, 29 years old, lives in Nottingham. That's the way to say it, Vic. Nottingham.
Nottingham, yeah.
His opponent, S. Zomlat from Palestine. Aidan Trimble, former world champion, 1983, won the Shotokan World Championship in Japan. Very relaxed and experienced fighter, very powerful fighter.
It's interesting how he's changing his stance as well. Should have had a point there,
On the way in, Trimble raised a leg, caught Zomlat on the way in, is told by the referee not to kick him when he's down, I believe.
Yeah, he should have really punched him there instead of trying to attempting to kick him.
Are kicks allowed to the fighter on the floor in
yes.
JKA competition?
Yes, they are, actually, if you do it quickly enough.
Very quick right reverse punch in by Zomlat, Vic.
That's very good. Adrian was moving in to kick, and he got caught.
Half point by Zomlat. Trimble's got to come back. There's a round kick off the left leg then by Trimble.
Yes, a wonderful kick to the stomach.
Half point Trimble, half point Zomlat. It's tied. The next blow is going to determine the outcome of this match.
Yeah, Adrian has to be very careful here because any mistake here, the match could be finished.
Trimble started karate when he was just 11 years old. Earned his black belt at age 16. He's now a 5th degree black belt.
Yeah. These two are really experienced fighters now. They're just looking for opportunity to attack here and trying to suss the person out, trying to pull the punch out.
Looks like Zomlat may be trying to pull him in, Vic.
Yes, he is. He's given the indication that he hasn't got any defense at all, but he's going to try and slip him with his reverse punch.
Trimble's not going for it. Trimble's doing a lot of front leg faking. A lot of good blocking then by Trimble as he moved backwards.
Yeah, as he moved back, he struck the Palestinian in the face there, but the referee's giving no points to that.
Almost like some of the prearranged fighting that you see. Now, you look like we had a left kicked in by Trimble and a right punch by Zomlat.
I think the punch was in, the kick was far too short. He was too close to the opponent to have scored.
A win by Zomlat, a very disappointed Aidan Trimble at the end of match number 1. Zomlat will move ahead in the pairing. Let's just review the rules for our first-time viewers. Now, competitors here are winners if they get what's called a full ippon. What does that mean to us?
A ippon means really that if a technique goes in very clearly, precisely, controlled, and is a recognized technique, that you know a ippon for that. If they get Ozari, which is a half a point, what happens basically is that the referee decides that this is only worthy of a half a point, and that is it.
Joe Corley, Vic Charles, mat side here. Mat B is the action in place now. Pereira from Peru fighting Jose Santayella. Number 40, Santayella with a black belt. Pereira with a red belt, the red with his back to us.
Yeah, unlucky. And a point. Yeah.
A clash on the inside, a lot of punches thrown in. Some seem to go to the face. The referee, the center referee, indicates point white, full point white to Santayella. So the American, Jose Santayella, who didn't fare too well in the team competition yesterday, takes his first match by a full ippon.
His opponent went to throw a kick at him. Close. Grabbed his leg, swept his supporting leg, and then executed a beautiful punch to the stomach. Therefore, the referee saw that as a clear point. He didn't have any defense to it.
Joe Corley and Vic Charles watching now as the defending champion, Masayo Kagawa, comes in with a powerful front kick, Vic.
That was very, very quick. He's got a half a point there, went straight to the stomach.
Facing
And
T.
again, a beautiful punch by him, reverse punch to the stomach again.
The right punch goes into T. Daniel. Daniel from Argentina comes into the second round by virtue of a win over his Jordanian opponent, Kagawa, making short work of Daniel here in the first match. Coming up, O'Rourke of Uruguay meets A. Khaldiv of Kuwait. Khaldiv comes here fired up in a place to creatively relieve his frustration. You see Khaldiv there on the left of your screen. O'Rourke on the right of your screen. Big Charles, Khaldiv giving up some size here to O'Rourke.
Yeah, he's quite fast with his hands, as you can see here. And a good kicker too.
Quick speed, very quick releases.
He's getting a bit scratchy now.
Now O'Rourke is in there close, controlling him size-wise, able to grab his uniform, tried to sweep him. No points called in that exchange. Still tied match, no points at all.
He keeps missing those punches to the head. Trying to go the punch there. It looks to me like the referee's missing a lot of points there.
Yeah, Khaldiv closed the distance there, using his greater size to get in quickly. Khaldiv not moving out of range as quickly as he could.
Yeah, he just keeps the pressure on his opponent there. Giving a bit of touch of Bruce Lee here, just looking at him.
That would be a great victory if Kuwait could take it, especially giving up the size that he is to O'Rourke.
Look at a smaller person there, he's trying to work hard, trying to close down the space here.
O'Rourke is acting like he's not intimidated at all by the smaller fighter.
Yeah, the referee's indicating that it could be a punch here. No, he's indicating that the punch is too weak.
Still no point, score 0-0. O'Rourke closest to us on the right versus Khaldiv on the left. Khaldiv's carrying quite a burden here for the Kuwaiti team.
Yeah, he looks the most active one though. Oh, the reverse punch there. The referee puts his hand out, looking for support from the judge. This is the flag.
Still no point, 0-0.
Must be intimidated for the small person here fighting someone so big as this guy. Another punch.
Khaldiv in there very quickly. Very quick explosion. The referee indicating that O'Rourke is getting that point.
Just a point now.
Half point for O'Rourke. Remember, 2 half points. Win the match.
Oh, beautiful reverse punch to the stomach.
Khaldiv catching him on the way in with his left punch. Flags are out. You see the red flags out for Khaldiv. Now the score is half point to half point. It's tied up. The next flash could determine the victory.
The pressure's going to be on the Kuwaiti fighter here. Give you right there, no back twist there. Yes, the referee indicates no, it's going too late.
Half point to half point. It's still tied up.
Keeping the pressure on him here. Good reverse punch again.
Quick release by Khaldiv. Going to be a tough one to call. Punches were right behind each other. No point call. Going to take this one right down to the wire there.
I think so. He's very excited, so he's moving well here. He's looking for the opportunity to just slip in a punch. As the big guy moves, there it comes.
Well, Khaldiv fired a punch out there. Looks like he might have eaten a second punch there.
Red flags, look out. Red flags, look there. There's two of them now. The referee indicating that they're both punching at the same time.
No point. Half point each.
He's rolling around. And a punch again. Double punch there.
Khaldiv had thrown a quick back fist out there, a quick jab out there, and had come behind that with the left punch. Looked like the referee gave him that half point, so Khaldiv wins it. Khaldiv wins.
It's a great fight. Very, very good. Very precise. Good punches there coming from the Kuwait fighter.
A. Khaldiv and all his compatriots quite happy with this win over O'Rourke of Uruguay. Santiella from the United States in his second round in the individual competition, facing R. Lortez from Chile. Lortez, number 38, with his back to us, red sash around his waist. Vic Charles, former world heavyweight champion. Santaella's got one win under his belt now. How's he feeling?
Well, he must be very, very confident now. He's actually pushing hard here.
And we noticed in his previous matches that Santaella would use the sweeps quite a bit. He'd try to take his opponent's legs away from him.
Yeah, that's when the opportunity came, he took it.
Yeah, it looked like a very quick punch then by Lortez.
Yeah.
Lortez, the red belt around his waist.
It looked like the punches went off, though.
Officials calling it no point. It can be over so quickly. A full ippon, a full potentially disabling blow can happen so quickly that the match can be over. And it has been for a number of fighters.
Oh,
front kicked in, went in by Lortez. Reverse punch countered in by Santaella. Which one did you see, Vic?
I think I saw the reverse punch went in there. But
now, the official was indicating that the initial move by Lortez may have been the point. He's now getting the input from the judges. You see them gesturing with their hands. What would that mean?
that is they're really saying just giving the point as a positive decision.
So they gave the front kick to Lortez. He's now ahead by half point, or what they call in Japanese a wazari. Remember, 2 half points or 1 full point wins the match.
He really has to do the work now. The Americans are trying to come back here.
Santiella, the larger man, the taller man.
Again, reverse. That looks a good reverse punch to me. The referee's pushing it away, saying no point.
Both fighters exchange reverse punches, at least in the referee's mind. They saw then Lortez leading with that back leg front kick once again. Counter by Santaella. The judge indicating at that point, no point,
No point? Oh, I saw it clear from up here. This is a reverse punch. Oh, goodness, he stopped then. He shouldn't have stopped.
They exchanged blows. Santaella came right behind that and threw his own second punch. The official had not said stop. So a half point goes to Santaella. It's now half point for each fighter. The next half point will be the winning technique.
That's a very good technique then. He stopped. You only stop when you hear one man.
And both fighters exploding with that punch again. You see the referee indicating his fists together. That means to you and me at home a clash. That means either fighter gets a point. Right now it's a half point for each fighter. So was time called in, Vic?
Yes, time was called in. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
So there's still time remaining in this match.
Still moving into that punch. That's too long.
Front kicked in by Cortez as Santaella started to close the distance.
See that reverse punch.
And the referee says no point, even though there were red flags up for Lortez.
Oh, beautiful. Again, reverse punch to the stomach.
Explosive left-hand punch by Santaella. A lot of flags on that one. Santaella gets the half point. He also gets the victory. It was the explosive power of Santaella with the initial speed with the left punch, Vic. Tell us what he was seeing there with Lortez.
Well, the thing is, he got caught the first time for kick. So he must have thought, hey, this guy's going to do this kick again. And all of a sudden, he's waiting for that movement. That movement is planted in his brain now. So every time that back leg comes up, he's going to just punch. And this is a good time. He caught him just right.
Sport is a major attraction here in Dubai, and the magnificent Emirates Golf Course is just one of many venues that host top-class sport. And although you don't have to be a champion to come and enjoy the sporting amenities here, it certainly helps. Joe Corley and Vic Charles, we're ringside at the Al Nasser Sports Complex in Dubai. We have Kim Marriott versus Ann Hastings in the second round of competition. Ann Hastings to the right of your screen from Scotland, Kim Marriott from Australia. Explosive punch then by Marriott. The judge holding his hand there, pointing to Marriott, Vic.
Yeah, it was a good punch to the face there. It's also controllable.
Hastings with her own punch seemed to have been behind Marriott. Both very, very explosive. That reverse punch is what you see most of in Japanese Karate Association karate.
And she scores a little punch, a reverse punch.
Not enough verification, it seems, by the judges on that particular point. So Marriott leads, Kim Marriott of Australia leading Ann Hastings of Scotland by a half a point. Just to remind you, 2 half points win a match, or a full point, an ippon, which is a completely debilitating blow.
Oh, good strike to the face. But maybe should have got a reverse punch there.
Well, you saw Marriott throwing the reverse punch in the beginning, and she wins by full ippon. Now in the last exchange there, Vic, Marriott ended up on her back, but started out the exchange.
Yeah, but she was moving forward for the reverse punch. The Scottish girl was coming forward. As she put the reverse punch in the stomach, then she fell over, which is still a good point.
So Kim Marriott moves on into the next round. Now next women's match, Adriana Britos of Uruguay against Zaina Mikata of Lebanon. You have Britos on your left with the red sash. The larger woman is Mikata. To your right. Now to your left. Mikata.
Ah, she's up straight in there for a Jodan punch, a face punch.
Britos moves in. It doesn't appear that any point is called on that one. Britos appears to be the quicker of the two fighters, at least in that initial exchange.
That kick is very slow. Again, she can really skip in there for a punch when she does that kick. And she got struck in the face. It's still a bit sloppier now, as you can see. You know, they haven't focused their targets. And she's got whacked in the face there.
Britos explodes there going in, but leaves her hand down, and Mikati comes back with a straight punch to the face. You see a little redness around the right eye of Britos there.
The referee's talking to the judge here, trying to see if there's any foul to be awarded. Yeah, what she has, she's given her a warning there.
A warning to Mikado for the strike to the face.
She has really got her work cut out here. It's a brave technique there.
Referee indicating the right punch there and gives her a half point. Britos ahead by half point.
She's going to have to stay hard now to hold on to her lead here because the big girl here is going to keep coming after her.
All right. You see good counter timing there by Britos. Doesn't appear to be a call by the official.
Not enough crack on the punch. She's just swinging it really because she's a bit scared of the size of the other girl here. But she's still working fast. She's still pushing away, keeping the distance close. She's good. And again, that reverse punch to the stomach. Keeps getting hit in the face, and it's not really a technique.
Britos closing in. The referee signaling that perhaps there was a point for Britos. But he gives another warning to Mikato.
She's lifting that front leg up. Get in there and put a punch in the stomach.
You would think, Vic Charles, after going in and getting hit in the face so many times, that Britos might have changed their strategy.
I don't think she can, see, because I think the taller girl is really closing her, taking her space away from her, so she's got to keep going forward. But the trouble is with the bigger girl, she's really slow. She looks clumsy at the moment.
Britos up by half point at this juncture. Was that another warning to the larger girl?
Well, She has 2 more of those, she'll be out of that. She'll get a point against her. She's giving it a face to get air. It doesn't look like a technique, it's just like a panicking sort of technique. It's fooling the referees around to see if that was a point or not.
It's been said sometimes that one good fist is worth 1,000 words. You would think that Britos has eaten about 5,000 words in this particular match, but she continues to go in, striking the body, leaving her face wide open. Disqualification. So Britos goes on to the next round, beating Zaina Makati of Lebanon. On mat B now, facing our camera, Sarah Sato from Vancouver in Canada. Her opponent, number 22, Magali Salvida from Peru. Sato very, very aggressive yesterday. She came back from a half point. She was down by a half point to her Syrian opponent and came back.
Oh, that was a good side kick.
Very powerful side kick, not the kind of kick you see a whole lot of in the competition today. A lot of front kicks, a lot of front punches. Half point now going to her opponent, Magali Salvida from Peru.
Oh, Ashley Bryan, sweet.
Now, as we've seen throughout the competition, if one opponent is down and is scored on by the other, can end the match very quickly. Tell us about what happened to Sarah Sato. Looks like her gold medal dreams were just dashed, Big Charles.
Well, she got scored on at first, so therefore she had to change of tactics. As she was going forward, she slipped. At the same time, the opponent swept her, and then she struck to the stomach, and that was the end of it.
We're on mat B. You're looking there at Kathy Vanderheyden from Australia. Her opponent, Savila from Peru. We just saw Savila make short work of Sarah Sato from Canada earlier today. Very quick hands by both women. Big Charles.
There wasn't no point there, but this girl here from Peru, she's very, very good.
So this is the same look she had on her face as she took out Sarah Sato. Really, she took her out with an Ippon plus a Wazari in her first match, and it took all of about 20 seconds. No point scored there. This Savila is very tough.
Oh, again, side kick.
She used that same side kick in her win over Sarah Sato. Very powerful, of course, more body weight now coming from Vanderheyden.
And we've got the flags out.
She does get a half point, so Savila winning by half point with a side kick. The only 2 side kicks I've seen land here today, 4 points, have come from this young lady.
She's got a variety of techniques which she can use, which is really interesting. Again, she's looking for that side kick again, to me.
She's in the same bracket with Kazumi Kamiya from Japan.
Again, Urakan jumping up back fist.
She has a variety of techniques. She uses her hands well. She uses her legs well. She got tremendous speed and timing. Another quick win for Savila. Demonstration now of JKA karate by Kiyoshi Yamazaki. On the left of your screen, demonstrating the slow motion front kick as his opponent comes in. Sensei Yamazaki is a 7th degree black belt. He's the chief instructor for the Japan Ryobukai Karate Do in more than 10 countries, including the United States. Sensei Yamazaki is moving away from all of these blows. Big Charles countering with the Japan Karate Do type self-defense move.
Yes, there's a variety of techniques there, which is very, very good. And bear in mind, this is a demonstration of the skill. Now we're going to enter into some famous techniques from the Japanese school of weapons.
This is 7th degree black belt Yamazaki. Now, throughout the Orient, a lot of these weapons were basic farm tools that the farmers had to turn into weapons to protect themselves when their normal weapons were taken away. You see, he uses this to protect himself against the strike of the bow or a stick.
And also it shows a variety of weapons that are in the martial arts, just in karate.
So a regular farm tool becomes a weapon of destruction in the hands of the right person. Sensei Yamazaki, to your right. Now we have the defending fighting champion from last year's tournament, Masao Kagawa. Made short work of his first opponent today, about a 10-second match. Kagawa oozes confidence, Big Charles.
Very high. He'll be looking to do the Grand Slam here. He'll be looking to be in a team, the Kumite individual, and the kata. He's looking to do the definitely Grand Slam.
Well, you see those Japanese-style side kicks. The knee comes up without the leg really cocked very much as it is in most of the other styles.
There doesn't seem to be enough hip work into that, lifting out high enough. Is that an indication he's got two numbers on his back there?
Perhaps one for fighting, one for forms.
Very strong technical kata.
Not a long form, very concise and intense. Let's see how the judges, all Japanese judges, let's see how they score him. 7.8, 7.7, 7.7, 7.7, 7.7.
Now bowing in S. Sofianidis from Greece. Looks awfully intense here, Vic Charles.
Yes, he's doing a good kata. His concentration looks good. He's in a very, very strong pool here. And he's got Japanese in that pool, so he's really got to perform a good kata here.
Changes directions very quickly, not only on his punches, but also on his kicks.
Yes, his balance is good. He's pausing at the right time, in the right places. And he's very strong as well. Good deep style.
When you say he's strong, you mean he's firing very powerful punches, powerful kicks.
Powerful kicks as well, but he's overall strong. And when he does the technique, he comes out that movement very quickly. For kata, you have to be overall strength in itself. And pausing at the right moment.
Remember, all these stances, all these hand moves, every position of your body is very critical.
Very precise powerful.
So the 31-year-old Greek Sofianidis impresses all the Japanese judges, not quite as much as Kagawa, but he joins 6 other finalists in the men's qualifying round. And now in team competition, one of Vic Charles' favorites, I'm sure, England versus Palestine. On the left of your screen, representing Palestine, Imad Hassan. And closest to us now, his back to us, Aiden Trumbull.
Yeah, Adrian's moving quite well there. He's moving good, relaxed. He's looking for an opening space there.
Aiden Hassan using some interesting footwork, in and out footwork. Aiden Trumbull moving up and down. Now, Aiden Trumbull as you know, Vic, did quite well in Japan. Beat the Japanese in 1983 there in the World Championships in Tokyo.
Yeah, this is one of his biggest titles he's ever won. Especially being in Japan itself is really good. All he's doing here is trying to find an opening target here. So the Palestinian side is really just looking around, trying to move in if he sees a big target.
After his earlier individual loss, I know he wants to get even. I know he wants to make it better for himself today.
Yeah, I think you're right here. Oh, we could have gone up there. The side kick.
Side kick with good power. Now, question, the other guy has gone out of the ring. Will he be penalized for going out of the ring now?
Yeah, he's been penalized for moving up there. I mean, really.
We've heard it said if that were a cliff, he would have been kicked off the cliff, so I guess that's their rationale for warning him.
Yeah, if he goes out the air about three times, he'll be disqualified.
Trumbull's confidence seems to have grown somewhat.
He's really made some space for himself and the fighter now. Too much feinting. Oh, nearly caught him then.
Quick
Roundhouse. All him aloft from the front leg.
So in America, we'd call that a sliding swing kick to the head. He got a full point for that.
Yeah, so you can see here, comes that front leg. Good control.
Excellent control. Mr. Abe giving him a full point for that technique. A very elated Aiden Trimble, and Britain goes up, England goes up 1-0.
Just to start with.
This match here, S. Zomlat against Mark Shaw. Zomlat, of course, with the red sash. Mark Shaw, the larger of the two fighters, with his back to us now on the left of your screen.
He just scored a back fist there, and at the same time turned away, which is slightly dangerous, because if the referee didn't say stop, he would have scored it point the other way.
Half point to Shaw now. England's up by one total match, and Shaw ahead by half a point. What's he doing with his arms there, Bed?
He's inviting us to come in. He's like a feint, really.
Giving him an opening. Would he then take it away?
He'll take away. He'll block the punch or whatever. Yeah, it scores. That was a good punch.
He threw a nice punch. He brought it back in traditional style with his right hand right next to his waist, and an 8th round kick to the head.
Shouldn't put the hand back so quickly then.
One of the problems in point karate, you score a point, you bring your hand back in the traditional style, you're kind of posing there for a moment, and then you forget to protect your head.
Yeah, but the difference is when you're doing point karate, you score the point, and most fighters stop as if they think they've scored.
So a half point there is given,
and he gets a warning as well,
to Zomlat, and a warning to Shaw.
Yeah.
So the score now is half point to half point. It's tied.
So this is going to be tight.
Now Shaw closed the distance there. Zomlat hit him with a right punch on the way in, and it appears that he thinks he got that point.
Yeah, I think he's blocked him into a back fist. Yeah, it's a very good point.
So Zomlat wins it. It's now 1-1. 1 point for England, 1 point for Palestine. The next match, Reynolds from England, on the right of your screen. H. Zomlat on the left.
They both look evenly balanced in the weight. Good kick there. We're just looking for opening here.
A very important match for both fighters. It's tied. Remember, each win gives the team 1 point.
The referee's pointing to the English. Yes, he's giving her half a point.
Half point for Reynolds. Reynolds goes up by half point over H. Zomlat.
And that's a punch to the back of the head when the opponent turns around. Oh, reverse punch.
Looks like they almost punched each other's fists on the monitor here.
Reynolds' punch is much longer there.
Gave Reynolds another half point, so now he takes it to 2-1 England's favor. Now for England, A. Thornley. And his opponent, A. Hassan for Palestine.
Again, we've got height difference here. Already England putting pressure on the other fighter here.
Quick move in by Hassan.
Yeah, the English fighter blocked the punch and hit him at the face. And then he's got a point for that.
So England's up by half point. A little disappointment on Hassan's face there.
Yeah, I think he thought he was going to get that point. Enormous pressure here to try and get back a point.
Now, if England wins this match, this particular match, they'll win the team competition, at least this round of the team competition. They're up now 2-1.
Yeah, they're big boost for them here. This is the first fight they're having here. And you right hand, back fist. Look at back fist. Made contact, but I'm seeing the red flags out here.
So Hassan closed the distance very quickly. The judges are giving Hassan a point, half point.
and a warning to Thornley at the same time.
He obviously got stripes in the nose there. He did well to get in and cut the distance there.
Well, it's tied.
Oh! Control punch to the face as he was rushing in.
Nice control. And the point to Thornley, so England automatically wins, even though the match isn't over yet. One final match. Dave Owen from England meets M. Osman.
They're very near to just really relax and trying to pick up his form here for the next round.
Owen with his back to us. Owen now on the left of your screen. Osman now on the left of your screen.
Doesn't look settled.
Osman now on the right of your screen. Now Osman on the left. Keep them separated for you there.
He's attempting a takedown then, trying to go on the floor and take his back leg away.
Now to do that, would he end up high like he did then, or would he try to go lower with that move?
No, the technique was actually correct, but the position was the fight is far too heavy for him. I mean, you can see the size difference there.
So you wouldn't want to try to do it against a man with that kind of weight.
His hair is trying to work out what to do here.
A lot of thinking by Owen.
It's got to go. One of them is thinking about it.
Now, Osman has nothing really to lose here. He can't win it for his team.
That's why I say you can really enjoy it. Just enjoy his fight.
Now, was that a half point for Owen?
Yes, a half point. I missed opportunity there. Slapped him long-wise on the floor.
Yeah, Osman trying to take anything he could get at that moment.
I always think this is the point where karate people come to look silly when someone's on the floor and then lose opportunity. They slap him with a back fist on the floor.
You notice Osman with his back to Owen, courtesy in traditional karate to never adjust your uniform while you're facing your opponent.
Only needs 1 point here to wrap this week. That's a dangerous kick.
Very quick speed by Owen. Went right past Osman's head.
They scored with a reverse punch.
So Dave Owen takes this bout, and England takes the match 4-1 over Palestine.
I'm here with Vince Morris, the coach of the British team. And Vince, you guys had a great day just with a dynamic win over Palestine.
We're very pleased. It's been a very hard fight. We beat them 4-1, and it was tough. We would have won 5-0, but unfortunately one of our guys hit them too hard, and they don't allow that. So,
well, it was a great day. It was kind of a great comeback for your man, Aiden Trumbull here. Aiden, you had a little disappointment earlier today in the individual competition.
yeah, it was a pretty lousy fight, actually. You've been too nice.
You looked like you were a little tense going into the thing, and the guy just got you early on.
Yeah, it was very close, I mean, it can be debated, but I mean, good luck to him. It was a tough one to come back, It's been a long time.
Well, you beat the Japanese in Japan in 1983, so, I mean, you're obviously a man to contend with. You came back out in this team match, really blasted the guy early on.
Well, I came back with a vengeance. I had a lot to prove, and I didn't want to let the guys down, so.
Okay, now tomorrow, Vince, your team is taking on the Syrian team. What are your predictions there? How tough is that going to be in this area?
Well, it's got to be tough. They're a strong team, and they fought their way through this far anyway. But we'll be taking on the Syrian team and the whole stadium, I reckon. But we can do it. We'll do it.
In our next team match, the local favorites, United Arab Emirates against Chile. On the left of your screen, G. Reza from the Arab Emirates and P. Rojo from Chile. Arab Emirates player with the red sash around his waist. Vic Charles has got to be a thrill fighting in front of the home crowd like this.
Yeah, this gives you extra boost to really do well here. You have the whole crowd supporting him, and he's got to perform well. Raza here is just really trying to work out. He's attacked him. I was saying that. He just rushed straight in with 3 punches to the face.
They could have given him just either one of those last 2 punches, and Reza goes ahead by a half point for UAE, Arab Emirates.
Again, the other fighter here is trying to put pressure on him, though, but Reza looks very cool and relaxed. And he tries straight back in again.
speed from Reza. He's not a small man. Close that distance very quickly. Gets another half point, and that gives him the match. It gives the UAE a lead 1-0 over Chile.
That was a very, very, very good point there.
Next match, A. Ali for UAE, M. Gunga for Chile.
You have, beautiful, rush straight on that punch.
Ali on the left of your screen with a red sash. That punch was scored by M. Gunga from Chile. They give him a point for that.
Yeah, they give him a point. Gunga saw the opportunity to just rush straight in there. Gunga seemed to be going back here.
Sometimes these fighters get out and try to protect their lead.
Gunga looks to me he's got a point here, and he's won it.
Gunga ties the score for Chile, 1-1 with the United Arab Emirates. Next match, we have A. Rama. There on your screen for United Arab Emirates. His opponent, R. Cortez, on the right of your screen for Chile.
This is really good looking fight. This should have been the final, I reckon, here. Should be working much harder in there.
Rama quite a bit larger than Cortez. Seems quite confident. Rama facing us now.
Oh, beautiful little back leg sweep and a back fist from behind. He swept him from behind and did a back fist. It should be a hip on. It should have been a full point.
But he was given a half point by the official, so Cortez goes up by 1 half point. Score now, team score, 1-1, UAE and Chile.
So Rama has got to come forward now to try and get that point back. He's just waiting here to put that front hand in.
See some good control then by Rama. He's a larger fighter. He didn't go in to try to overpower Cortez. Good control, but he gets no points for it.
Just desperately trying to look for an opening here. Concentration here on his face. His team depend on him to get a point here.
Starting with a back leg sweep by Cortez, then there was a counter then by Rama, and he gets Victor. They're calling the judges in now. Does that mean he'll get the point?
No, they're just talking about the point because maybe they're saying the punch wasn't hard enough, or the punch was first to the face. He was well controlled. No, he's indicating both. And saying it's a punch then.
So it's a half point each, and that's his time.
Much better situation there, so therefore this is going to be really exciting. Oh, that looked good. That looked good to the face. He's pointing the other direction. He's calling the judge around again, discussing that particular point.
The referee was indicating that he thought that point went to Cortez.
And he's pointing to the right.
Rama came in with a front hand back fist. And the referee is overruled by the judges in this case, and Rama gets a point. That takes UAE up 2-1. This match on the left of your screen, H. Ansari versus C. Cortez on the right of your screen for Chile.
A much bigger man here. Reverse punch, beautiful. Right hand, straight in where the rib section is. Very, very good point. All the flags are out.
Half point for Ansari. Very stoic look on his face there, this guy.
And so again, beautiful controlled punch to the face there.
A lot of power combined with control then by Ansari, and he wins that very.
Oh, the foot they give them, all the foot was front hand.
He gets a half point to Cortez. So it's tied, half point each.
It's very close there.
This referee, uncharacteristically, has been overruled twice in this game.
It's always been said that when someone rushes, you shouldn't go for the front hand to the face because you have to control it. But I think that's the correct technique at that time.
Your self-defense will certainly work.
And a good front hand there.
You feel a right hand punch into the body followed by a left hand punch into the face. I'm sorry.
No score there.
No points. Got a half point each. Time.
Still close the distance here.
You see a lot of power from the bigger man. I'm sorry in close there, but he is very careful to control it.
This will be that time you give no point. Again, he's closing the distance up. Oh, reverse punch to stomach. You're going to be seeing a lot of these reverse punches. They're really moving fast here.
Ansari wins the match. United Arab Emirates goes on to win the entire team bout 4-1, and they'll meet the winner of Japan versus Peru in the quarterfinals.
Futoshi Hatanaka and Cesar Ferreira. Ferreira with his back to us. There is no score in this, the first match, in Japan versus Peru. Japan, the much feared team here. Half point for Japan, half point for Hatanaka.
He's rushed straight in back there trying to get a point.
Quick move in then by Hatanaka, stepping in with a left punch.
Hatanaka takes the match, and Japan moves ahead 1-0. Our next match, Masao Kagawa against Steven Blanco.
The reigning world champion, the Japanese fighter now. He's really got to show something there.
He is very confident. His back is to us. His hands down. He's just showing absolutely no respect for his opponent there.
None at all. He's got so much confidence there. He's just looking up. He's gone straight over and he's punched him. He's just bulldozing that boy over.
Looks like a walk in the park for Kagawa. He's given the first half point.
He's just pushing this person over. I'm not sure he's going to get a point for that because the defender just is trying to punch, but he's just falling over at the same time. The referee indicating it's too short.
Half-point lead still for Kagawa. His opponent, Blanco, seems very much intimidated.
He's not sure what to do here. He should have taken the opportunity there, gone into him and punched him on the floor. Tried a back leg sweep here.
Look at the confidence in Kagawa. Just his whole body attitude says, I'm the black belt, you're the white belt.
And I'm the champion and you've got to come and take it from me.
Explosive speed from this champion.
Good punch, it's too short. Oh, wonderful. Shoot them a wash. Reverse kick and a punch to follow.
Back leg round kick. Looks like the judges have got their flags stuck out there for Kagawa.
He's just strolling back to his line here.
Kagawa takes the match. Japan moves ahead 2-0. Japan also won the next 3 bouts for a clean 5-0 sweep over Peru and will now meet the Arab Emirates in the quarterfinals. And the second day of the Japan Karate Association World Championships comes to a fitting, dynamic conclusion.